Hi, friends. It's Ikello Herod from 1111 Creator Academy. And today we're going to be exploring VibeVoice, Microsoft's new open source, long form, multi speaker TTS that can generate naturally sounding conversations for up to 90 minutes with four distinct voices. Think table reads, podcasts, or scratch dialogue for edits straight from text. There's a public demo, a GitHub repo, and weights, model weights, if you want to try it out for yourself. Before we dive in, a 10-second brain dump on why this is so interesting. VibeVoice pairs a ultra efficient continuous speech tokenizer, runs about 7.5 hertz, with a next token diffusion decoder. Translation: it remembers long stretches and keeps voices consistent over time while still sounding expressive. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, we are inside of the GitHub repository.
I can't believe you did it again. I waited for 2 hours. 2 hours! Not a single call, not a text. Do you have any idea how embarrassing that was, just sitting there alone?
Look, I know, I'm sorry, all right? Work was a complete nightmare. My boss dropped a critical deadline on me at the last minute. I didn't even have a second to breathe, let alone check my phone.
Now, don't get me wrong, it does sound a little bit robotic in some spots, but the expressiveness is pretty daggone impressive. What you're hearing is the model shaping phrases, little micro pauses, and emphasizing based on context, not just reading the words flat. I mean, it really isn't doing that. This is why it's useful for like previs or pacing, and you can feel the beat of a scene before you bring it to actors if you really wanted to. Now, how dynamic are those voices really? Beyond steady narration, VibeVoice can lean into emotion. It occasionally attempts spontaneous singing. It really does. It tries. It tries. It did it in this in a different example. And this is important. It may sometimes surface background music on its own. The team calls this BGM, behavior spontaneous and not directly controllable. Certain voice prompts or intro style phrasing make it more likely. If you want less BGM, did I say BMG? If you want less BGM, use clean prompts and avoid those catchphrases. Now, let's see how it does with not just one voice, not just two voices, but four voices.
Hello and welcome to Planet in Peril. I'm your host, Alice. We're here today to discuss a really sobering new report that looks back at the last 10 years of climate change, from 2015 to 2025. It paints a picture not just of steady warming, but of a dangerous acceleration. And to help us unpack this, I'm joined by our expert panel. Welcome, Carter, Frank, and Maya.
Hi, Alice. It's great to be here. I'm Carter.
Hello, I'm Frank. Good to be on.
And I'm Maya. Thanks for having me.
So let's dive right in.
You can hear the character separation and the turn taking over a long span. For logistics, the 1.5 billion model targets 90 minutes of generation with a 64,000 context window. And the 7 billion targets 45 minutes with a 32,000 context window. Great for building scratch dialogue tracks that keep voices stable across a full segment. How can filmmakers use this? How can they use this today? First, Animatics and table reads. Turn your script into a multi-voice scratch VO. block the scene, fix dead air before casting. Second, podcasts or roundtable prototypes. Draft a director's commentary or a panel to time testing, segments, ad breaks. You can do it all. Then replace them with human talent. This way, you kind of get everything worked out ahead of time. Third, it does bilingual timing tests. It's trained on English and Mandarin. So you can sanity check subtitle beats or simple dub timing over the two. Expect some instability with cross-lingual attempts. This is still a research grade, right? Let me give you an example.
Hello everyone and welcome to the VibeVoice podcast channel. I'm your host Linda and today I want to share some very interesting and authentic Chinese expressions with you. In Chinese, when you want to say something is super easy, just a simple task, you can use the phrase 小菜一碟. It literally means a small dish of food, but it means a piece of cake. For example, if you want to say, adding and subtracting 3-digit numbers is a piece of cake for me, you can say, 三位数的加减法对我来说小菜一碟。
I'm not saying that my mind is blown, but boom, boom, y'all. Come on. Notice the rhythm carries over reasonably well, though you can hear accent carry through or the occasional flub. For quick timing checks, it's already useful. For polished dub work, you can plan on human passes. A few practical notes before we wrap. The release is MIT licensed, but it's positioned for research kind of only, you know what I'm saying? It's not for production. It's not for trying to roll up for a big company or something like that. Every output includes audible disclaimers, okay? This segment is generated by AI. It will literally say that. And it has an imperceptible watermark that will kind of show with confidence. You can't hear it, but they can hear it. Okay. It's literally in there. Current limits are English and Chinese only, but no overlapping speech. And the BMG behavior is not guaranteed or controllable. So it's an emergent artifact, not a feature. They kind of want you to avoid impersonations or deceptive use. Those are explicitly out of scope. Okay. So you can't do that. As a matter of fact, you probably shouldn't do that. If you want to try VibeVoice, the project page links are in the live demo. The GitHub code, the model weights are on Hugging Face, and I'll drop all of that in the description below. I'm Mikel Herod, and thanks for watching. And if you want to follow up where we build a complete animatic workflow with prompt templates and explore settings, tell me in the comments. Again, this is 1111 Creator Academy. Make sure that you like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.